analysis of the Internet of Things. The strengths are stated by El Shoukia. These devices can be used anywhere and anytime. In this context, there's a big benefit as National Trust can place beacons around the sites, so when visitors come within range, the device will constantly be activated and will send these visitors messages without any human interaction. Building upon this constantly active device, the life cycle of a beacon battery is 1 to 2 months and can last up to 3 years, meaning once implemented in the sites of the National Trust, it can be monitored weekly to make sure it's still operating and its last battery life, so it will not constantly have to be replaced and messed around with. Proximity beacons are low cost-effective devices that can send messages out to devices within range. This will be beneficial to the National Trust as they can implement this Internet of Things device easily and have it at a cheap price, which could bring a lot of profit off the business, as this will be useful in bringing customers to the cafe and promoting the sales of the goods they produce. The strengths of Internet of Things and the devices in question is that they can be very small but powerful, as they are small to the point where you can wear them in your handbag or keep them with your pack of keys. The weaknesses of this technology is, however, used in Internet of Things, the National Trust is that trained experts need to be operating at Internet of Things networks and Industry 4.0 architecture developments. In this case, National Trust may have a lack of on-site staff with these capabilities, as they are most volunteers in cafes and as stewards of the site. So this would require more investment in staff and training of staff to better understand the technology and to be aware if any issues arise with the technology. Breach of the device from hackers is a big weakness. If the device is on a weak network like the National Trust has connected it to, it will expose the device to be hacked and breached, so data that the National Trust has been collecting can be leaked to hackers and visitors' personal data can be leaked out. There are data collection issues with higher needs for data storage to keep up with the increasing amount of data. So data management will be a massive issue when it comes to Internet of Things devices. Opportunities within the Internet of Things becoming so involved in everyday life, it is generating a lot of investment in technology to constantly improve. So this means that the devices such as beacons may improve over time, meaning battery life can improve, and the proximity and the distance it can connect to other devices will become bigger. There's a clear market growth, especially in recent years, as in 2014 the market value was $2.3 trillion and has increased to $14.6 trillion in 2020. Internet of Things allows you to be eco-friendlier and is an eco-friendly technology. As the National Trust is the biggest land preserve in the UK, with many owned sites and their main goal being eco-friendly, it's a massive benefit and opportunity for them to further promote their eco-friendliness business. Another opportunity is there is a lot of research going on with technology involved. The current limitation on the range is 70 metres for beacons, which in this case the National Trust large-scale sites may be difficult to bring every visitor's phone using the beacon. So for further research, there's an opportunity for wide-scale detection, meaning every visitor who comes on site will get a notification about the cafe rather than just people who go past the cafe itself. The threats, one of the major threats from Internet of Things to the GDPR conversations has confidentiality of data stored in cloud or other networks is not assured. Further from this threat of GDPR around the collection of data from Internet of Things devices is that the control of GDPR's personal information may have restrictions on utilising these advantages on Internet of Things. This meaning when the beacon sends data, it will have to be managed well with a high-end database and not collect or store information that violates the GDPR Act, or it could cause legal fines and cause damage to the National Trust's reputation. The final threat is to the National Trust is that the beacon could become damaged and cause a downtime period where visitors will not be getting notifications about the cafe until the device is fixed. This means that we could lose a lot of visitors getting promotions and a lot of interest in the cafe on these periods where the device is down.